From Washington and New York, this is the tvnews.tv for September 1st, 2011. Brought to you by CTAM in New York. It begins on October 5th. For info and registration, visit ctam.com. Hello, I'm Jeff Grimshaw. Hey, you remember earlier this year when NBC Sports overlord Dick Ebersol took his ball and went home? Well, and the word on the street was that, he thought that Comcast NBC didn't have one chance in hell of securing the Olympic Games. And then, of course, NBC did just that. They got the Olympic Games through 2020. Well, guess what? Ebersol and his ball have returned to the Peacock. Fancy that. Ebersol will be a special consultant to NBC Sports, according to the release for Sunday Night Football, of course. And yeah, that other little thing he's going to consult is called the Olympics. Welcome back, Dick. You've been missed. And now we examine Snookie-Gate. Yes, Snooki was snubbed by ABC's Dancing with the Stars, but according to the Snookster, not because they couldn't make a deal. Well, they never even contacted her. The Snookmeister said she would have passed anyway. She's far too busy with all sorts of stuff. But Snookorama added that the door was wide open for a future hoofing gig on DWTS. So stay tuned. And now this. Well, recently I had the honor to sit down via Skype and talk about TV advertising in today's marketplace with one of the key speakers at upcoming CTAM in New York, BBDO's Uber ad guy, David Lubars. David, you've been involved in all sorts of new media, some of the hot buttons, BMW films, HBO projects. Tell me, what is the next big it thing?
Well, I think the next big thing that's going to hit is called TV. Television, now that the media landscape is kind of, convergence has happened and you see the whole kind of horizon line, television is still the only way to reach huge masses, 80 million people in one shot. It's still a very emotional medium. It's a way to launch yourself. It's a way to reinvent yourself. And with all those great new digital things that we're doing, it was never an either, it was never an or, it's always been an and. And you need TV to be part of that mix, and now more than ever.
David, what is your view right now, right here, right now, of the state of television advertising? Well,
I mean, it's like it's always been. Some of it is great, and a lot of it is really not great. But the exciting thing now is, I think we're in a kind of a golden age of television. I mean, there's so many great things on now, you can't even watch them all. And none of the other golden ages, you could make that claim. So maybe it's the golden age. And so now more than ever, the TV advertising has to be as good as some of this great content. Now, of course, there's always crap on television like there's always been. But there's a lot of really good things on, and the advertising has to kind of live up to it.
You talked about there's good and there's bad. Is there in your mind what's a key factor in really making a television ad that resonates?
Well, since recorded history, humans respond to storytelling. They don't like being pointed at or banged over the head with something. They like an idea, a concept, something that delights them, something moves them, makes them laugh, it's emotional. And that's timeless. That's how it's always been. So really, it's just sort of doing it in new ways. That's really the key here. But storytelling. In fact, the best shows are storytelling. The best movies, best books. That's what people respond to. So we try and tell great stories, great truths for our clients.
David, is there a brand out there, a specific brand that's really captured your attention?
Well, I think the Old Spice work is very good. We don't do that. And the guy who says, "I'm the man who," it's just they just captured a great, fun way to talk about deodorant, and the guy's become sort of this cult figure now, and you see him online, you see him in all kinds of different places, but it started out with a TV spot. And most of the great things, millions of YouTube hits, but it started out as a TV spot. And I think most of the great kind of social, passed along media pieces, films you see, started out as a traditional TV spot.
And don't miss out on your opportunity to learn from David Lubars and many, many other marketing leaders at CTAM in New York. It happens in just a little bit over a month, so you better get busy and register at ctam.com. And now this.
Saturday, November 12th, the Turner Alumni Group celebration happens at the Hilton Atlanta. All Turner employees, past and present, are invited to join special honored guest Ted Turner, host Bill Tush, plus all of your Turner colleagues and pals for a mega event that's been 3.5 decades in the making. For information and registration, head on over to the Turner Alumni Group celebration page on Facebook.
Events and opportunities brought to you by Crawford Media Services. Create, post, archive, and manage your media with Crawford Media Services. Visit them at crawford.com. To reach the tops in the TV industry, well, just like CTAM in New York, Crawford Media Services, and more of our great advertisers, become a sponsor of the TV news. To start the process, all you have to do is email us at advertise@thetvnews.tv. And that about does it for this edition of the TV News. Our next edition will be available bright and early on Tuesday, September 6th, following the long holiday. I'm Jeff Grimshaw. We thank you for watching, and as always, go out and make it a good day.